Honestly guys, I don't know where to start with this match review, because this game literally had everything. If you had popcorn next to you, you would have eaten off that popcorn really quickly, because this game had comedian, it had action, it had thriller, and in some occasions horror moments for both teams. More for Tottenham though, because they lost 4-1. They received 2 red cards. And honestly, I don't know what happened to Tottenham, but they just crumbled today. They fell apart. And maybe they are just doing Spurs things. Maybe this is just a part of Spurs DNA. I might actually start to believe in that now. And it's finally nice that another team can give us a free win when we desperately need that, because usually Chelsea giving away free wins to other teams when they need that. And finally we got that, and it's coming from Tottenham Hotspur. And the fact that Pochettino is showing up away at Tottenham, he returns to Tottenham's ground for the first time in many years, and winning 4-1 with a rivals team. I mean, isn't this an absolute fantastic feeling to have? I'm absolutely gassed, guys, and everything I just asked for was to have a performance like we saw against Arsenal, and not slipping towards the end to make sure we're getting 3 points, because I believe we could get that if we had played like we did against Arsenal. The thing with this game is it had inconsistency. I believe if it wasn't for Tottenham getting those 2 red cards, this game could have finished in a draw, maybe a Tottenham victory. But we managed to pull through. We managed to be clinical in the end and banging in a few couple of goals towards the end to make sure we're getting those 3 points. And honestly, I take this because we are in a very difficult rebuild situation at the moment, and our attackers up front, especially Jackson and Sterling, is not confident in front of goal, and Jackson scoring a hat-trick today, even though he missed some absolute clear opportunities today as well. So this game, honestly, I have no idea where to start. I mean, we can just go through the lineup pretty quickly. We played actually a 4-2-3-1 where we had Sanchez in goal. I think he had a good game today, no mistakes there. In the backline we saw Reece James finally starting. We had 3 centre backs in De Sassi, Thiago Silva, we had Levi Colwill, and that helped us playing through Tottenham press continuously, and we actually did that. And then of course in the half time we substituted Colwill off because he had a yellow card, and they were 1 or 2 men down in half time. Was it 1 man down? And we brought in Marco Cucurella as a fullback. That was a good decision. And in the pivot we had Caicedo, Fernandes, we had Palmer, Gallagher, Sterling, and then Jackson up front. And fair play, the guys did the job out there today. That's all we can ask for. And honestly, in the second half we were also a bit shaky in the beginning, and I think we felt maybe the pressure that we have to score now, because there would have been no excuse whatsoever to not pick up 3 points out there today. And you see how dangerous we can be as a team when the opposition is not sitting deep. Tottenham was still pretty high up in a mid-block despite them being down 10 men and then 9 men, and that allowed us to continuously spam through balls because we have so fast players in Sterling, Jackson, Mudryk, and then we had got Palmer, James, Enzo, Caicedo making those sort of passes behind the back line. And finally they went through in the end, and that managed us to score the winning goals. So I can't really understand why Tottenham was that high up in the pitch. They should have just honestly parked the bus and defend for their whole lives. So that was a good decision tactically to continuously spam through balls and then just trying to score a tap in. We did that. We did the job out there today. The performance wasn't perfect, but all we Chelsea fans can ask for at this moment is to just get those 3 points. And now when we're getting it against a rival Tottenham who has been flying and haven't even been losing a game so far, this will help us gain massive confidence and definitely boost us in confidence ahead of Manchester City game. I mean, we struggled so much in the final third in terms of making the right passes. Sometimes we take that extra touch and then the whole situation is gone. The players' confidence seems to be shattered, especially Nicolas Jackson in front of goal. So him getting those 3 goals today helped him as well. And we also had a bit of horror moments where we getting a couple of heart attacks because Spurs is down 9 men and they almost scored from set pieces on 2 occasions. They had also a goal which was disallowed. I mean, talk about how many goals were disallowed today. We had like 3-4 goals. Tottenham had 1. It was some crazy game. It was not easy out there for the referees, but I think they were right almost every time. I think though the tackle from Odogi, or was it Bissouma, in the first half should have been a red card, because he came out with 2 straight legs and hit Sterling on his foot. So otherwise from that, I think the referees did a good job. Wasn't easy today, but it's so typical. Every time Chelsea score, they're looking for those millimeters. It really feels like they just had to find a way to disallow a Chelsea goal. I mean, usually we're praising our backline for being very good and our pivot, but they weren't that sharp today. It was our final third who did the job towards the end, which we desperately needed, but they were also far from perfect today. But if I'm gonna give a man of the match today, I have to give it to Cole Palmer, despite Jackson grabbing a hat-trick, because Palmer is just what a gem we have found. Can I just say that? He has such a good ball control, reading of the game. His vision, looking up all the time, and he barely does anything wrong. I mean, he seems to be a nightmare for the opposition defender to handle. Jackson also scored the 3 goals, could have deserved the man of the match, but overall the whole game that made the difference for us, I have to say it was Cole Palmer. Let me know your man of the match. And I absolutely loved our fighting mentality out there today. We were underneath Spurs players' skin the whole game, constantly being aggressive, going in 100% in tackles, in duels. We were blocking shots, intercepting. We were not backing down, and we stand strong against a super informed Tottenham Hotspur. And fair play to the boys. I want to see this continue, but we have things we definitely need to improve at. I mean, it's going to take time, but we have to do it bit by bit. And just today I just want to look at the good stuff we did and just enjoy this victory, because we needed it, and it couldn't have come into a better moment now against a Tottenham side who we absolutely love to beat every time. And now it's time to face Manchester City, and we should not respect them at all. We should go in with the same mentality, but there are of course things we need to improve in that game if we're going to have a chance. But I think it suits us when teams is going at us, because we have really fast players. Pochettino has nailed down when to time those passes and when to make those runs. We are offside in some occasions, but on some occasions we are through on goal as well. It's just that we need to make that final pass right and then finish off the shot that we take on goal. So this game had everything. It was so difficult to break down actually what happened. So if you have made all this far to this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page and hit that notification bell down below. Also check my socials in the description. Unfortunately, I didn't see a Reece James banger this game either, but we saw a Nicolas Jackson hat-trick, and we also winning 4-1 against Tottenham Hotspur, and we Chelsea fans is absolutely loving it.